SE1 ambulance. Rigged with cameras for the first time ever. To show you what goes on behind closed doors. Body-mounted cameras record everything.
Oh, it's going to be another 2-hour session of wearing the man bra.
Hello, you okay?
Am I turned on?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Apparently it's going to be a fisheye lens on it, and it'll make your face look even fatter than it is.
Where's the button, Jamie?
It's there.
We'll reveal what it's really like
So where are you hurting?
to be a paramedic.
Hello there, Lawrence.
Do you know what? High five, Joe. Well done, love.
We're with the West Midlands Ambulance Service.
We get life, we get death. We have a bit of everything.
As they deal with 3,000 emergency calls each day.
We're not in the Bronx.
Yes!
I think it's red one, let's go. Blue light.
Taking you right to the heart of the action.
You comfy there?
Not really.
All right.
That's the worst bit over. All right.
Can you picture us, buddy?
Yes.
I'll really do a lean in.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Right. I've got indicators on. Can't you tell?
There we go.
Getting married.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Are you getting married?
Why?
Where?
Well, since we I've been told to. That's why we're getting married.
Oh, yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd come to a standstill now, you mean lot. You could have just parted them out waves, couldn't you? Go on, Mr. Jag. Trust me, you're only worth about 350 quid now.
It's coming up to midnight on a Saturday night.
Oh, don't start yawning.
I know.
Loz Horrobin and Dan Smith have been on shift since tea time.
We're nearly halfway.
It's flown.
It has.
It's been a busy shift and the calls keep coming.
Red 2, unknown patient, female, chest pain.
Chest pain.
And that's all we've got at the minute.
A 72-year-old woman has pressed her panic button to alert her carers
Clear left.
after waking up with severe chest pain and palpitations.
We'll book us in and lunch jolly.
They arrive at the house in just 6 minutes.
Have you got your ears on you?
Yeah. Can you get around that way?
Yeah.
Their body cameras record everything as they work.
It's the ambulance service. Is it Florence, is it?
Yeah.
Hello, Florence. My name's Loz. This is Dan. You okay?
Could you pop your finger in there for me? Thank you.
Just have your wrist. What's been happening tonight, Florence?
I don't know, I've just woke up and with this terrible pain in my chest.
Whereabout is this pain? If you can point to it for me.
Somewhere here, yeah,
Is it right in the middle?
yeah.
Generally, when people say chest pain, first thing you kind of think of is MI, heart attack. Obviously, if they have got chest pain, we don't want to increase any work for the heart, so we asked her to sit down straight away. And you said you just got up. Did it wake you from your sleep?
Yeah,
And it happened all of a sudden, did it?
yeah, yeah.
The pain that you've got, if you score it out of 10 for me,
That arm's going to go tight.
what number would you score it?
10.
Take 170.
OK. Is it a sharp pain, a dull pain?
Like a sharp pain.
A sharp pain. Does it make you feel short of breath at all?
Yeah.
The signs aren't good. They start to monitor Florence's heart to get a clearer picture of what's going on.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Florence has had her dog Patch by her side for 9 years. And tonight, he's not budging.
Dan, can you call the dog, please?
Patch!
I think he's trying to protect you.
Yeah, I think.
The monitor shows that Florence's heart is beating too quickly, at over 150 beats per minute.
Have you ever had any episodes where your heartbeat's been irregular or fast at all?
Not as I'm aware on, this is the first time.
OK. So you've never had what they call SVT before? You've never heard that term?
Nah.
Just popping this in your ear, young lady.
And on the ECG, we could see that it was a supraventricular tachycardia, or more commonly known as SVT. It can be quite serious, obviously. Your heart normally beats between, for a healthy adult, 60 and 80 beats a minute. If it works too hard for long periods of time, there is a chance that it could stop completely.
Florence is worried, but Loz has got a plan to try to reset her heart. She decides to use a technique called the Valsalva manoeuvre.
What we're going to do is we're just going to get you to try and blow into a syringe for me. It sounds a bit strange, but it's going to try and help to settle your heart rate.
Oh,
Yeah, so if you can make a tight seal and blow out for me. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. And stop. That's lovely. By getting the lady to blow into the syringe, she's sort of bearing down, which sometimes can knock the heart rate back to a normal rhythm. Just for 2-3 seconds, blow out.
In this case, it didn't really work, so it was a matter of getting into hospital.
Can I try and pop a needle in your arm? Is that okay?
yeah.
Just in case your heart rate changes and we need to give you anything, okay? Keep your arm just there for me, Florence, that's it.
Am I going to be all right?
We'll get you to the hospital. They can sort out your heart rate, okay? Get that back to a normal level.
It's all right.
I think the kitchen light
Sharp
was on.
scratch, keep still for me. Sorry.
I couldn't understand what the flying mill was happening. I'd only just gone to bed.
It's been a distressing night for Florence. But 25 minutes after the crew arrived, her heart rate is finally starting to drop.
Is it coming down?
It is. It's come down to sort of in the 90s. It's just do your blood pressure.
She's now stable enough for a swift journey to hospital. Loz radios ahead to A&E, so they're ready for Florence's arrival.
We've got a 76-year-old female. She was in SVT, well, query SVT on our arrival, about 150, 160. Quite clammy. Rest of her obs are fine. Popped a cannula in and it's settled at about 90 at the moment and we've got P waves. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay there, Florence.
Okay. Thanks ever so much.
You're welcome. You still got no pain?
No.
You're going to tell me if that pain comes back? Is
Yes,
that
I will.
okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
I'll let the hospital know, obviously, you've got the dog as well.
Yeah.
And I'll try and phone your brother when we get to the hospital.
Yeah.
Let's just sort you out first, okay?
Yes, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Still no pain?
No.
Okay.
How we doing?
All right.
Is me driving all right?
Yeah.
Good eye.
Florence will now be assessed by a heart specialist who'll try to find out what's caused her chest pain and racing heart rate. Neil Weaver and Steve Geno work together a lot, but they never run out of things to talk about.
What is it with these camouflage tracksuits, Mum?
Have you not got one?
They are the most awful thing I've seen in ages. I think they even surpassed the onesie for its sheer awfulness.
You're telling me you do not possess a onesie?
I don't possess a onesie. Have you got a onesie?
I have.
Have you got a Peter Griffin onesie?
I've got a Peter Griffin one, which looks like I'm wearing my uniform. Short white sleeve shirt and green trousers.
Steve's very much a family man. He's been married for 15 years and has 2 children. Neil's more likely to be found out on his motorbike on his days off.
You can't underestimate the comfort of a onesie unless you've tried one.
It's the whole lack of dignity that comes with wearing a onesie.
Why do you need dignity? Where are you going? I wouldn't be wearing it out.
I suppose it does do away with the problem of breezes and things when you go out to fetch the milk in.
Neil and Steve are responding to a 999 call from a 26-year-old who's come off her moped on a busy road.
Trauma. Patient came off motorbike, injured knee and massive blunt injury.
So she's not hit anything and she's just slid off?
Sounds like it.
Because Neil rides a motorbike himself, he's well aware of how bad it can be when you have an accident.
I remember my riding instructor always used to say to me, he says, remember that you're the block of cheese and the road's a cheese grater. He says, because that's what'll happen when you fall off.
Yep.
And I've had vast experience in that.
Well, you've come off your motorbike. I know you've fallen off you.
I broke my collarbone and all.
It's not nice.
And there was a woman stopped and I was trying to get myself up off the floor, but I'd only got one arm. This woman was like, no, no, you must stay still. You must try to hold my head. And I was like, get off, get out.
Get off me, I'm a paramedic.
Well, yeah. Is she right in the centre?
There she is, then in the central reservation.
Fantastic.
You have reached your destination.
Still get past there.
Jackie's moped skidded on the wet tarmac as she approached the roundabout, throwing her into the road.
What's your name, chick?
Jackie.
Jackie.
Straight away, they need to check whether she's injured her spine.
Just keep your head nice and still for me, darling.
In the worst situations, it can cause paralysis.
Just try and keep your head still for me, all right? Any pain coming down here?
No,
Anything further down your back, down the middle?
no, nothing.
Nothing down there?
No,
Any pins and needles anywhere at all?
no,
You can feel your fingers, you
Yeah.
can feel your toes?
yeah.
Okay then, lovely.
You don't want to move somebody who's potentially injured the neck because obviously everything sort of comes through there from your brain down to the rest of your body and that could potentially cause paralysis and things like that. So we need to make sure that that's okay.
So where are you hurting?
My left knee.
Your left one. All right to have a look?
Yeah.
Have you stood on it since?
No, I hopped.
Can you feel your toes?
Yeah.
You move them for me? Feel all right?
Jackie landed right on her knee and scraped it along the road as she fell from her bike.
Tight, can I cut them? Yeah, thank you.
Just have your wrist a sec, darling.
Even through 2 layers of clothing, the force of the fall has ripped the skin.
It's a good bit of bruising you got there, isn't it, eh?
Oh, I always bruise really bad.
You'll probably bruise a little bit more after this. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can feel.
Your kneecap seems like it's where it should be. Obviously, we've got quite a bit of heavy bruising on the front there, and you've taken the skin off it. When you factor in that knee has hit tarmac at 20 mile an hour, there's potential there for quite significant injury within the knee itself.
Paramedics always ask patients to rate their pain level on a scale of 1 to 10. Jackie's put hers at 9, so they need to get it under control before they can move her into the ambulance.
Let's try you with a bit of gas and air. Right, have you had this before?
No.
Take hold of it. Make a good seal round here with your lips and breathe in and out through there. We'll give you a couple of minutes on that. All right? And then we'll get you to stand up and we'll just pop you onto the bed. Shall we get you up then, get you in the warm? We'll give that to you.
Right, all you've literally got to do is just put your weight through your good leg, all right? Okay. Ready?
Bend your good leg.
On
give
the
us a
count of
push.
3. 1, 2, 3.
That's it. Hang on. A little.
Do we still give way to the right?
I don't really fancy going all the way around the island.
It's a bit excessive.
That's it. Don't click. How are you feeling now? Still pretty bad, that pain.
Yeah.
We'll see how your knee's feeling in a moment.
It's the first time you've come off.
Yeah, I've only been past a month.
So you're a proper biker now, then?
I don't know if you can say that.
When you came off, were you aware of anything happening to your knee?
No, just...
Did you feel anything? Did it shift?
My knee crunch on the, hit the floor, that was all I felt.
How fast were you going?
About 15, 20, so I weren't...
Yeah, it's enough though, isn't it? A 15, 20 mile an hour impact directly onto your knee.
No, it definitely is.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. Actually, I don't know whether that kneecap might be displaced upwards.
I hope it isn't.
I think it is.
Oh, really?
You can feel top there.
Yeah.
Are you able to bend your knee as it is at the moment? If you can't, it hurts too much. Do you want to use some of the gas now?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It's hurting.
Whereabouts is that hurting?
It's pulling here, it's hurting
Across the
already
bottom.
here, yeah.
If Jackie has dislocated her kneecap, she may well have torn the surrounding tissue.
You all right?
Yeah, it's hurting.
Do you want to try this gas some more?
No.
Because it's pretty good stuff.
I'm just still at hospitals.
You don't like hospitals, why? Is that what's upsetting you more than the...
Yeah. So I haven't done anything to it bad.
But Jackie has to go to A&E. She needs an X-ray to see the extent of the damage to her kneecap.
How's the pain now?
Still hurting. It's throbbing.
Not as bad as it was?
It still feels the same, to be honest.
It only takes 13 minutes to reach the hospital. If Jackie has dislocated her kneecap, it will need to be manipulated back into place and will take about 6 weeks to properly heal.
You've had better days, haven't you, I think?
999 mode activated.
And here we go, passing another ambulance, coming the other way, and we all wave.
That was nice waves, wasn't it?
How many times have you waved at one of them?
What, Morrison?
Yeah.
I don't know who I've just waved to. I'm not sure if it was a doctor,
It was a
an ambulance,
doctor.
or whoever. I don't care anymore.
No.
I would happily wave at the Morrisons fans. I'm not bothered.
Okay.
Hannah and Carly are halfway through a 12-hour shift.
I can remember from like a really tiny age being excited every time I saw an ambulance.
So from a little girl, you wanted to be a paramedic?
Yeah.
Not at any point.
For Carly, the job runs in her blood.
So I wanted to do this job from probably about the age of 15.
Her dad was a paramedic, her sister works at Control, and her mum works for the health service too.
When I left school, it wasn't as easy to get into the service, the route that I've done it now.
Yeah.
So I went into nursing instead. I went and did my nurse training. I was 33 32, 33. I thought that it was too late for me to be a paramedic then. And
No way, are you 33?
32, 34 now.
Are you joking me?
No, I'm 34 now.
Seriously?
Yeah, 34.
Blimey.
And
Don't look it.
thanks. And now I've turned round again and I'm finally going to be a paramedic.
Case number 2144. Got a 2-year-old male. Fitting. Patient has just had a convulsion. It's the 3rd one today.
999 mode activated.
Carly Manning and Hannah Meredith are responding to an emergency call. A 2-year-old boy is having a series of fits.
Children don't regulate their temperature like adults do. And when they become pyrexic, as in a high temperature, quite often they'll fit.
Have a fit. It's like the body's automatic response to try and cool them down.
Just 5 minutes after the call came in, Hannah and Carly are on scene. Inside, full-time mum Jasmine is waiting for them to come and see 2-year-old Tyler, who's extremely lethargic.
What's happened? He's had a febrile convulsion. Okay. Is he known to have them then? Yeah, he's 3rd one today. Okay. Has he been up the hospital today? Twice. He's been up the hospital twice as well?
His 3rd convulsion today.
How long did it last for?
5 minutes. The first 2 have lasted 2 minutes, so it's longer than...
So it's longer than the previous 2.
Quite warm in here though, sweet. Do you want to open a window? It's quite stuffy.
It's not the first time Tyler's mum has had to call an ambulance for him. Last year, he had meningitis.
Tyler, can I pop this in your ear, darling? 38.9.
Has he got any medical problems?
Query asthma, ketotic hypoglycemia.
Oh dear me.
Ketotic hypoglycemia is when blood sugar drops too low. Carly checks to see if that's what's causing the problem today.
Did they do this before? Just take a drop of blood from his heel, just to check his blood sugar.
Has he been eating and drinking?
He's not eating anything yet. I was literally just about to dish tea up and then...
It happened again.
Yeah. You're going to be really good for me, Tyler. Yeah? It's going to be sharp just for a second. Well done. Good boy. I'm sorry.
Tyler's blood sugars are normal, so that rules out hypoglycemia.
How many convulsions has he had in the past?
I've lost count now.
So he's quite a regular occurrence then. He's had them since he was little.
Good lad.
That's last year.
That's better.
All right, okay.
Going to cuddle off your mum.
Before they can get Tyler to hospital, Hannah and Carly want to make sure his oxygen levels are okay, as that could be another cause of his seizure.
He's like a crocodile, look. Stop. Stop. Can you bite your finger? Ready, steady. Stop. That's better. That's 98.99. Right, 129. That's a good boy. Can I just shine this light in Tyler's eyes? You screwing your eyes up so you don't have to look. Look, it's magic. What happens when I blow? Look. Come on, look. You blow. You did that? How good is that? You have a little look at your eyes, Tyler. Look at my nose. Lovely. 1s and 3s.
Lovely.
Tyler's pupils are reacting normally, and he's starting to come round from the fit. But after having had 3 episodes today, there's no choice but another trip to hospital.
Should we go and see the doctor then? Tyler had already been in hospital twice that day already, which is quite a significant amount. The more seizures he has, and she'd obviously said that it was longer than normal as well. You know, the brain's going to be starved of oxygen. You know, he's got to be really careful that brain damage doesn't happen. Sorry, Joe. We'll pop him in that seat in the corner. All right.
For Jasmine and Tyler, this is their 3rd trip in an ambulance today.
How long did they keep you in for the last 2 times you went in?
First one we got there about 2 o'clock, so it's in about 3 hours. Woke up at 5 o'clock yesterday morning, I've had about 4.5 hours sleep since then.
Oh, you've had a really long day then, haven't you? But you're shattered. you want to get out now?
It's the familiar sight of children's A&E, where Tyler will be monitored in case he has another fit.
When I booked him in, the receptionist said he'd had 30 admissions.
30?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's
Bless him.
convulsions.
3 of them were today.
Yeah. He's a happy little thing, though.
He was, to be fair, yeah. Just didn't like the seat.
No, he didn't like the car seat. Went to a little one the same age as him a couple of weeks ago, and he looked awful. He just looked dreadful. And the last febrile, he'd had a respiratory arrest.
Oh, really?
But for parents, seeing that, especially, you're not told really, are you, as parents?
No, it's very scary.
It's 9:30 in the evening. Dan Edwards and Mike Arrowsmith are 10.5 hours into their 12-hour shift.
Speed up, speed up. Oh, hold on. There we go.
A 999 call comes in.
What's up? Cut to leg, what's left?
It's from an elderly lady who's hurt herself.
An unknown named 81-year-old female, which has a cut to her leg, unknown what's happened. You're gonna go up there. She's over here. There's a car park in the bottom there. You can go round, 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 unless it's this first one here.
Arrival mode activated.
It takes them just 5 minutes to get to the house.
Hello.
Taxi driver and I took her to church tonight.
Yeah.
I brought her back and she scratched her leg when she got out of the taxi.
Oh dear. Is it hurt?
Tingling.
Tingling.
I've got cellulitis in it.
Cellulitis.
Steve has been taking Joan to church twice a week for years. He was so concerned about her leg that he stayed with her until the ambulance arrived.
Right, I'm going to have a look at this leg. Clean it up a bit. Yes.
Joan suffers from severe cellulitis, a painful infection of the deep layers of the skin.
Sorry if this stings.
The cut could cause the infection to spread quickly to the rest of her body. In the most serious cases, it can be life-threatening.
Took a chunk out of there, your subcut fat and everything showing. Bit of water.
See, I got to...
Right then. So as she's getting out the taxi, what's she called?
Can you lift this leg up?
Oh, God.
Sorry, I need to just get this dressing on.
Because of the risk of infection spreading, Joan needs to go to A&E to have the cut closed up properly.
I don't know what they're really going to do with it. I don't think they're certainly not going to be able to stitch it because you haven't got enough tissue viability because of your cellulitis. Whether they'll just put a load of glue on it, let it heal, and you'll just have a bit of a scar.
Right then, my dears.
Joan struggles with her mobility. As well as the cellulitis, she has to wear a brace on her left leg. Joan has been a widow for 32 years. Her niece lives nearby and helps with her shopping. And carers check on her 3 times a day.
Do you smoke or drink?
Never.
Beautiful. How's your hearing?
Hearing's all right, but it's my eyes.
Yeah. Right.
Mike checks through Joan's medication.
Do you have asthma as well, or COPD?
Yeah,
Asthma,
and asthma. And asbestos.
Asbestosis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What did you used to do for a job?
I used to work in a factory.
Ah, is that where
The factory made aluminium for car parts, and Joan worked there for 24 years.
What's the reason for the leg thing? You know, the brace?
Well, a few years back I was mugged.
Really?
They kicked it.
Oh, they kicked your leg?
Oh.
Oh, my God.
And after they kicked it, I had to go into the sound vault. And he had to fracture under the bone to straighten the leg up.
Oh my God. Who's your next of kin?
Oh, well, I've only got my niece.
Your niece, what's her name?
Sharon.
Sharon.
But Mike's not used to the new high-tech tablet yet, and even putting in the simplest of details gets a bit confusing all round.
Where's the D? Is it G?
You're getting me confused.
Put the D somewhere, Mike. Come on.
I knew there was a D in there somewhere.
There's nowhere else the D could be, really, was there, Mike?
He's a nutter, he's a...
Do you know he should concentrate on driving, shouldn't he, really?
Is he safe to drive?
Is he? He hasn't even got a licence yet.
Have you ever got a feather in your pants?
Feather? How do you mean?
Because you keep laughing.
You make me smile. So can you see quite close up then, or is it? Can you see that?
What is it?
That's your leg. That's where you've cut yourself.
Is that my leg?
It is indeed. See there? It's like it's a bit of a jagged cut. It's more like a tear.
Is that my leg?
It is.
Now Joan's seen how deep her wound is, she's worried about how long she might be in hospital.
Concentrate on driving.
Will they bring me back tonight?
And I can't see why they'd keep it. It just needs, the wound just needs assessing, needs cleaning, and then it needs closing properly. And then you need another lot of antibiotics to come home with.
And have you got to bring me back?
We won't personally, because we finish in half hour.
Now you are finish.
Have I got to stop on to bring you home?
Yeah.
I'll try my best, but they won't let me.
Oh.
They arrive at Walsall Manor Hospital at 22:11. It's going to be a late night for Joan.
Are you ready?
Oh.
You holding on?
Oh, I've got a little kiddie.
Yeah.
999 road activated.
It's 6:30 in the morning, and it's the first call out of the shift for Simon Little and Michelle McNulty.
Okie dokie. So, we've got a 9 months old with breathing problems. Yep.
What's her name? Elsie.
Elsie.
Little girl. Kiddo.
Poor little girl.
Extreme caution. Cab door open. Arrival
Hiya.
They're at the house in just 4 minutes.
You're right.
Hello, guys.
The baby's mum is waiting to meet them at the door.
Hello.
You are cute.
Who can tell me what's been going on?
She's quite distressed with her breathing.
Since last night, as she's doing the cough, she's coughing that much, she's throwing her milk up, so she's kept nothing down, and she's got a bit of diarrhea as well.
Oh,
I mean, she's happy in
So it's
herself,
been the
if
last,
you
how
listen.
many days we're saying this has been going on?
Probably 3 days, she's had a bit of a chesty cough.
Okay.
Last-
Is she coughing anything up?
No.
Just a
I
cough.
think it's coming up with her swallowing it, if you know what I mean. You can hear
You can hear something.
Yeah. But
Okay.
since last night, yesterday evening, she's been
Hello.
throwing her milk up, so...
Hi. Okay. And you said that...
Elsie's on antibiotics for her second chest infection in just 6 weeks. She had a routine round of immunisations yesterday and has now been awake since 4 a.m, struggling to breathe properly and with an upset stomach.
All right. I'm gonna have a little listen to her breathing, Mum. All right. How old is she?
She's just turned 9 months.
Just turned 9 months. You have? This might be a bit cold. I'm so sorry.
She's had a bottle though. She won't
Let's have a listen.
harder.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll work around that, won't we? Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Simon can hear a crackle when Elsie breathes. He's keen for her to be seen by a paediatrician at hospital to rule out any serious breathing condition.
OK. Does she feel warm to touch?
She was really warm when I got her out. That's what I
She's
stripped
not
her off to.
too bad now.
Let's do your temperature.
I stripped her off and just put her on our bed for like an hour.
Yeah.
It seems to...
There we go. We're coming in. I'm coming in. Sorry. 37.6. Any rashes you've noticed? That's all.
Prickly rash on the back of her neck. It's calming down a bit now.
Okay. Is it still there now?
Yeah,
What jabs did she have yesterday?
she had the last.
Because sometimes they can get a bit poorly after their jabs as well, you
She has had this
see.
cough for a couple of days.
Right.
I don't
So
know if that
before
would
the
have made it
jabs.
worse or... I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Every child reacts differently.
Yeah.
We've both got children. We're both parents. It does really make you feel you've got a connection with that patient and that family, because you wouldn't want it to be your own child, which makes you want to do the best for them. OK, her heart rate's at the top side of normal. OK. Same with her breathing. OK, it's still on the top side of normal. She's got some congestion on her chest, some crackles. All right, so that needs to be seen at the hospital today.
While they get Elsie's things together, Michelle seizes the chance for a quick cuddle.
Hiya! Hiya!
That's a bit fair.
Look, 2 days ago.
And to get her in there, it's just...
He's absolutely adorable.
It's time to get little Elsie to the specialists at the hospital.
You ready then, Si?
I'm ready when you are.
Okey-doke.
During the journey, Simon keeps a constant watch on Elsie's heart rate and breathing.
So you said you've got a bit of asthma, is that right?
Yeah, Dad's...
Dad's more asthma related. OK, fair enough. You're breathing. That's good. It's calming down a bit now, which is all good.
They pull up outside A&E, but superstitious Simon isn't happy with the arrival time for his paperwork.
7:13, Si.
13?
Yeah, sorry.
Right. 15 then.
I'll be happy about that.
Have you got her?
Yeah.
There we go.
Elsie will now be checked by doctors to try to work out what's causing her breathing difficulties.
Hello.
Have you noticed this new craze of dyeing your hair grey?
Who's doing that?
It's people.
You sure they're not just naturally going grey? And they're just pulling your finger saying, oh yeah, I dyed it. I like it.
No, it's a new thing, isn't it?
Really? What, like young people doing it?
It's like wearing cargo shorts with a tank top. Apparently that's like a new phase now, Laura's telling me. I've been wearing that for years.
4362, got your mobile. We've had a call from this DK. We've rang it back 3 times. No reply back through, but the caller did request ambulance. If you wouldn't mind having a quick drive by and see if anything's going on.
What if we want?
Go into a telephone kiosk.
Why?
Caller has just shouted he needs an ambulance down the phone, or she needs an ambulance, and then hung up. They've rang it back 3 times. There's no answer, so it can't be that important.
I'll let them come through because they might be on an actual job. Right, I honestly do not know where there'll be a telephone kiosk down here. Certainly not one there. Oh, there's a telephone kiosk. You don't think it's that one, do you? There's definitely no one anywhere there.
Pull up alongside it anyway, and I'll get them to ring it back for you. 4362.
62.
Yeah, we're at the telephone kiosk on this job now. Is there any chance of giving it a call just to hear it go off so we know it's the right one?
Roger.
Is he ringing it now?
There should be. Can you see the telephone box, Mike? Have you found it?
I've zoomed in on it, mate. There's no one around here, though. There's no one even in the bushes. It ain't ringing either.
4362.
62, I've just rang it, no answer.
Wrong one. It didn't ring.
I don't know if there's one a bit further up Haggard Street then.
Roger, we'll have a look for another one. Steve.
Yeah.
Dan and Mike only have a postcode to identify where the call came from.
This is Shore Road coming up.
This one.
Pause. What's down there?
You see anything? Your turn to have a walk round. Get out.
Extreme caution. Cab door open.
It's got to be that one, innit?
It's got to be, but it didn't ring.
Right, where we are now, there's no telephone kiosk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the one we've just been to, try and get the number and see if it matches yours.
Okay.
All this time and energy over some stupid prank call. Are you sure you're just not deaf?
It definitely didn't ring. I mean, I haven't heard a telephone box ring in years, but that one didn't ring.
I'll go. I'll do a proper job, Mike. I knew you would.
You even watched me pressing.
I know I did. Stinks in here. 4362.
4362.
To confirm, even though it didn't ring back, that is the correct telephone number as documented on the wall. There's no one here. Absolute waste of time.
It is.
This has cost the service more than just responding an ambulance, though, isn't it? It's cost them in terms of man hours that could be responded elsewhere. Cost someone their life, probably.
Ultimately, yeah.
All because they did something that they think is funny.
Can you feel your toes?
After her moped accident, Jackie's kneecap was badly bruised, but turned out not to be dislocated.
He's been up the hospital twice as well.
Tyler was kept in hospital for 2 nights with a viral infection. But after being sent home, he was readmitted the next day with diarrhea and vomiting.
Sorry if this stings.
Joan, who'd cut her leg getting out of a taxi, had the wound cleaned and closed up. It was 4 a.m. before she got back home from hospital. Steve, her taxi driver, popped by the next day to check she was okay.
And that's, as they say, is that.